y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with another Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. This week's prompts are acrylic or plastic shapes, inking, and the color green. Now, I am also combining this with a celebration hop for Crafty Meggy. This is her 10-year YouTube anniversary hop. So, congratulations. That is a huge accomplishment to be around for 10 years in the YouTube world. And she gave us a recipe challenge with like 10 things for to play along for her 10-year anniversary. So, her list is that we picked out a sketch or layout that she did and recreate it. Use at least 2 stamps, use at least 3 photos, at least 4 pattern papers, at least 5 buttons, at least 6 or more embellishments, a 6x6 or 6x8 paper pad, 1 stencil, at least 9 enamel dots or sequins, and at least 1 embellishment glaze or paint. So, a few of these I'm probably going to skimp a little bit on, but don't tell anyone. That'll be between us. I have a huge mess. I have not worked anything out. All I did is I cut out a bunch of circles, and I cut out some greenery on my Cricut, and I did mat my photos. I cut them down and matted them. I haven't laid anything out. I don't even know how I'm going to create the page, so I'm scrapping a little bit different. I've pulled out a bunch of different stamp sets that I could possibly use some font ones to create a title. These ones to work with the background. I've got my stencil here. This is a Temu stencil. I have some Little Mermaid stickers. If you haven't guessed yet, we're going to scrapbook the Little Mermaid. These are some of my pictures from when I went to Disney. This one was for like their live action Little Mermaid show. I don't even know if they still have it. This was a long time ago. And I have my acrylic shapes out. I have ink, and I don't even know what embellishment glaze is. So I'm just going to use a shimmer brush on here to substitute for that. Hopefully that's okay. And for my 6x6 paper pads or 6x8, I pulled out this and I cut out some circles from this stuff. But digging through my stuff, I found this. Y'all, I don't even know how old this is. This is a color block. Sweet Blooms. It says 24 full photo mats. And apparently I bought it for $1. Probably at Big Lots, if I had to guess. But this thing is so old. And it's shiny. And I'm not exactly sure. I mean, what kind of photos would you be matting on a mat this long? I mean, but either way, I did use it. I took and matted up my pictures on here. And they have a little bit, like I said, shine and full, and that's okay because it's the Little Mermaid in water and, you know, all that stuff. I so wish this had a date on it. That would be so funny. But anyways, I know that is super old. I didn't even remember having it until I started digging. Okay, so this is a little bit overwhelming. Whenever I first saw this, I agreed to jump in and play along for the celebration hop before she issued the recipe challenge. And once she sent it and I saw that it had 10 things, that was a little overwhelming to me. So I'm just going to break it down into each little thing and do one thing at a time and take it step by step. So, since we are creating like from zero, this video might run a little bit longer I'll try to work fast so it don't. But, just FYI. So, I'll pop the sketch up that I picked. I originally was going to do a Minnie Mouse layout, but then I found out I had to use 3 photos, and I only have 1 photo of me and Minnie Mouse, so but this sketch would have been perfect for Minnie. But we're doing a Little Mermaid instead, and I'm going to make water bubbles. So, fun, right? Okay. So, I did pull out some Distress Oxide inks and all that good stuff. I pulled out some buttons from my jar. And I wanted to just kind of lay everything here, even though this is frustrating and messy to me trying to create. Hopefully I don't forget anything, but I need to be able to see it because I will probably end up forgetting stuff either way. Okay, so first, let's just start with using our stencil and our stamps and creating the background. Does that sound like a plan to y'all? Hang on just a second. Let me grab another ink. Maybe 2. I'm just going to grab some other colors of blue for stuff so that we're not using the same thing for everything. Okay. So you can see on the sketch there's circles. So whenever I was thinking, I figured, you know, I would bring in the circles, these circles, and I'll probably end up inking them. But I thought I would use these, and, you know, they're going to be bubbles going up, and then, of course, my pictures and, you know, my mermaid or whatever. So, I figure a way to bring in the stamps, because that kind of already takes care of all that. But I thought to bring in the stamps, we could just take and use some of these. Like this one is bubbly looking. And then we have these bubbles in a circle. So let's just do these and add in some of the stamps. And I'm sorry for the sniffles. I think I'm on the up end now of being sick, and hopefully it's almost over. Okay, so I'm just going to put both of these on one thing, and I'm just going to use this one since it's, well, I'm going to say since it's the lightest, but it might not be. Who knows? Let me grab, I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper, and that way I can stamp and see what the color is going to look like and see if I like it. Okay, that's that one. That one looks pretty good. Oop. I think this one's more of a tealy blue. Let's see. Okay. Let's just go with this one first. We can always change it up. We're going to do other stuff anyways. Okay. So we're just pretty much going to create a little bubbly background. Is what it really boils down to of what we're going to do. And I'm just going to turn my stamp some. And I don't know, why is that not stamping? Very strange. Okay. I'm going to grab my mat since I'm stamping so much onto the paper. This is just close to my heart mat, and I like to flip it over and use the foam side. If you have a mouse pad, you can use do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to flip this over since those is kind of, we can probably cover them up, but you can also use a mouse pad. If you actually use close to my heart stamps, you can use the little piece that comes in them. Okay. Oh yeah. See, now it's like a perfect impression. And I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping off. And you can probably do some second and third generation just to give that look without, you know. I'm just barely going to ink it now so that it gives a very light impression. Okay. I don't even know if that's showing up on the camera because I can't see it, but hopefully it does. And then I am going to use this one in here. Oh, maybe two. Oh, no, one. I'm going to use, well, we could use this one too. See, this is the process I go through every time I'm creating. And some, you know, come easier than others, but this is why I try to put things together before I get on here to film, like kind of know and have it laid out of what I'm going to do. Because if not, my brain gets going and I'm like, ooh, what about this? Ooh, 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 this one, ooh, squirrel. And yeah, and then the videos are 5 million years long. So, okay. I'm just going to stamp in a little bit, and I'm using the other color now. And I'm just turning my stamp around so that it's just random. This is a great way to get some use out of your stamps by just making your own background paper. So pull them out and get creative. Okay, so that was that one. And let's do the other one now. This one's just some small stuff. Oh, wow. I must have had a little bit of, it looks like a green or something on here already. And it's mixing up. I just kind of wanted everything to be going like this, just to kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, emulate the bubbles and just, I guess, the flow. I don't know how much of this down here you'll actually be able to see, but we'll put a little bit in there. Okay. I like that pretty good. I think it's turning good. It's doing good. It's doing good. Okay. So, in order for the... Okay. So, that's the at least 2 stamps because we used already more than 2 stamps. I'm going to get my little note over here and just kind of mark stuff off as I go. So, at least 2 stamps. I picked out the sketch. I have 3 photos on there. And I have at least 4 pattern papers with all my circles. I have my 5 buttons out. I'm not going to mark them off yet, though. At least 6 embellishments, which there will be. I used the paper pad already. And then, alright, so, a stencil. So, let's use a stencil. Oh, let me write on here, acrylic for the Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. Acrylic shapes, inking, which we already did, and green, which we'll have from the greenery. So I'm going to mark inking off because technically we already did that. Alright, so then for the stencil part, I like this one because I thought it kind of looked like a fishing net. So I thought I could just do a little bit of stenciling in right there to kind of make it look like a fishing net. We'll see how it turns out. Because it might not turn out good. Okay. So, let's just do this. If I can hold it still. I just want to do it lightly and not too dark at all. I'll do a little bit this way too. That looks a little bit better than I actually thought it would. Sometimes I amaze myself. Does that ever happen to y'all? Y'all amaze yourself? Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I need to stop. Alright. So we're going to stop with that. Okay. So now stencil is done. Okay. Mark stencil off. I have to create a list, y'all. I get so overwhelmed with things and trying to do too much, and the way my brain is just like I have to just write a list and then just go through and check it off. Like, that's what I do when me and the kids, like when me and Brooke's doing our baking days and baking all of our cookies and just different things like that. If I'm hosting a dinner or whatever, I make a list of all the things I'm going to cook, and then as I get them done, I mark it off. And I know probably a lot of y'all, you know, use lists and all that, but it helps me not get too overwhelmed with things. Alright, so I cut all these out on my Cricut. I'm just going to hit them with the ink a little bit just to give them a little bit of something. And I'm not going to do all of them because there is no way that I need all of these. But I wanted all the different colors of green just to, you know, give it something extra. I did see that whenever I was looking through my pictures, because Ruth, hey Ruth, Ruth Campbell in Canada, because I know 2 Ruths in Canada, which is shocking, but anyways, me and her traded out, and she sent me this fabulous Kermit, and I loved him so much because I love Kermit. But honestly, I was trying to rack my brain of what I was going to do with him, and when I was looking through my Disney pictures, I saw that I still have pictures to Scrapbook from the Muppet Theater. I don't even know if it's still at Disney. I'm pretty sure they took it out for a Star Wars area maybe or something. But I thought, ha ha ha, I know exactly where my Kermit is going. So, and just working with this green stuff just made me think of that. So, it wasn't completely random. But see, that's the way my brain works, because I thought green, and I thought, Kermit, but then I was going to do it, but it wasn't enough. I only have 2 photos, so it wasn't enough photos for the challenge, so I was like, okay, wait till next time. Okay, so I'm going to lay that over there. Okay, now, probably need to put the pictures down. Okay. Let's do the pictures. Okay, so the sketch only actually had 2 pictures. But y'all know I'm trying to scrapbook up all my pictures from each thing instead of having 5 million layouts of the same thing. So I'm just going to kind of create my own little cluster of photos over here. I like that pretty good. And she did say 3 or more photos. So, you know, we're good. So, woohoo! I'm just glad I was actually able to cut them down. I'm actually glad these are pretty good pictures. Is my glue coming out? I can't see. I'm just going to glue these down now that I have them kind of where I want them, because if not, they're not going to look like this. I'm glad these are pretty good quality, because if y'all have watched me do my other Disney pictures and talk about it, my computer crashed and I lost all my pictures, and I didn't think I would have any at all. And one day Facebook popped up because I had searched and could not find them. Like, they were in no folders or anything on Facebook. And one day in my memories it popped up, and I was able to go in and get all the pictures I had uploaded from that point on. So some of them's kind of bad quality, but they're my memories. So I'm just glad to have them. But I had took my real camera, which I don't have a real camera right now because it got broken. But I had a Canon, and I toted that baby to Disney with me, and I had to really baby it because it got bad on some of those rides because they make you take it with you. And I was like, okay, if I ever come back to Disney, I am not bringing a real camera. As much as I loved the awesome quality pictures, like this was in pretty much the dark. It was in a theater. So these turned out really good. But I thought, if I ever come back, I am not bringing a real camera because it was a lot to tote around. And I would just be as happy taking my cell phone. As bad as that sounds. Okay. Did any of y'all ever go to Disney? And if you do you bring a real camera or do you just use your phone? Like, that's the real question. Now, if I had somebody to go with me that wasn't going to ride stuff and all that and was just going to, you know, hold all my junk, then we could talk about it. Okay. See, this is why I wanted all the different little color variations, because I feel like, you know, it really makes a difference. I could have added some coral in, which would have been prettier considering she was sitting on a hill of coral and stuff, but I think I like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, y'all. I don't know how I'm going to work everything else in yet, but that's my green. And my embellishments, because I had to have at least 6 embellishments. This is more than 6 leaves. Of course, I'll add in other things too, but we're going to check those off. So, 6 embellishments and my green. Woo-woo. We're moving on. Okay. I'm just going to go through and add a little bit of glue here and there. And then just to kind of hold things in place. And then off camera, I will go back through and really glue stuff in. Some of them I might even pop on foam tape. Maybe that one. I might pop some foam tape in behind some of these that I have still lifted up, just to give it a little bit of dimension. Let's get the foam tape. Might as well. Ooh, I got thread stuck. It stuck to my finger on the glue. Well, this sketch has definitely went a little off from what she made. But that's okay. That's the whole point, right? That's what sketches is all about. It's all about just taking that inspiration. Alright, I'm just going to add a little bit here and stick this on over here, just to pull it in a little bit. I might put some of them shells out of the little thing there over there. Okay, so I need to finish with my putting my circles, finishing my background pretty much. Okay, because I have to have 4, is it 4 pattern papers? Yeah, at least 4 pattern papers. So I have that in this. Like, I cut out different patterns and scraps and all that stuff. So I'm gonna ink these real quick. Okay, this one is Salvage Patina. I gotta check and make sure I'm using the right brushes. So I am sorry if this video is a little bit longer today. But I'm glad y'all are here hanging out with me. You can always fast forward if you really want to. But I hope you guys like hanging out and just chit-chatting, listening to my ramblings. Because that's usually what it is. I usually half the time don't even know what I'm talking about. But, you know, that's okay because my memory's so bad I'll forget about it by tomorrow when I make the next video. And this one's just lightly, like it's not dark or anything like that. But I'm thinking that what I want to do is, when I get done with the whole thing, is to go back and take glossy accents and put glossy accents on all the little circles, you know, since they're bubbles, to actually make them, you know, look more wet like bubbles. Okay, I'm probably not going to need all these, but, okay, I'm not going to ink them up. I'm not going to waste the time. Alright, so let's add in some bubbles. Where did my glue go? Oh, I picked it up and set it down. I'm losing my mind, y'all. It's literally, let's see what time it is. It's 4:18 a.m. I have been up all night again because I had a steroid shot from being sick. And them things just hype me up. So, good morning. I'm just glad to be feeling better though, seriously. Okay, I'm just tucking these here and there. Some of them I'll run off the edge and just trim them. Don't want this one to go over here. Yeah, let's do it. I thought about popping some of these up on foam tape, but and I might. Who knows? Okay, let's just do it. This blue is like, woo! Really blue, but it matches what's in the pictures. So, do you leave it or not? I feel like I'm going to have to at least tuck it in a few other spots just to make it blend. We'll hide it a little bit. It'll just be barely peeking. Let's see. Let's do one like this so that it's going off the page, and I'll cut it. Okay, and then, you know, this is coming together a lot better than I thought it was going to. I don't know how I'm going to do the title yet, but we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. Let's put a bubble down here, and then let's put one up on the left because the right's getting a little heavy. Just a little random one over there. Okay, I like that. Alright, so let me get my scissors and trim this. That it? Yep, okay. Yay. Okay, so now we're good on that part. Alright, so then let's add in our stickers. Let's see here. These are a little bit dimensional, but I kind of want to pop it up even more. I'll just set her here, I guess. Okay, I'll stick some foam tape in behind since that's not up. There we go. Alright. Let's see. I kind of feel like I need something else. I am going to add some glue to this, even though it has a little foam dot on there, because it's a button and I don't know how well it'll actually stick. Here's a sticker. Let's put it down here and dress that up a little bit. Oh, we do got bling on here too. Okay. I feel like she's just resting on nothing. It's flying. Sorry, y'all. I had to rescue the starfish. It went flying. I don't know. That one's the same color as her skin. I feel like she's just resting her hands on the air. She kind of needs a rock or something, you know, to rest on. Okay. I'm going to use my tacky glue and I'm going to go ahead and add in my buttons, because they're just going to be, you know, the little extras, kind of like enamel dots. Still got to add in sequins too. Man, I forgot about that. Well, we'll get there eventually. Like, this one's a glittery button. We'll stick it down there. Okay, I like that. Alright, let's see. That's the buttons. Okay, so we have the buttons on there. Alright, the louder sketch, 2 stamps. We got 2 stamps, 3 photos, 4 pattern papers, 5 buttons, 6 embellishments, and a 6x8 paper pad, a stencil. Okay, at least 9 enamel dots or sequins, and 1 embellishment glaze or paint. Acrylic pieces, inking green. We got inking and green done. So we need acrylic, which I got. Ooh, I forgot. I got these. I could put one of these here, and she could be resting on it. That's a good idea. See, sometimes I do have great ideas. Using my tacky glue to hold these down, because, you know, they're a little bit heavier. Okay, I think I'll put another one here. I've had these acrylic pieces for a long time. These are from close to my heart, but I don't use them very often. Out of sight, out of mind. That's why I like doing Shake It, Scrap It, Create It so much, because it gets me out of the box. It gives me random prompts, and I can just be like, oh yeah, hey, I haven't used that in a while, let's do that. This glue is really rolling. I'm just going to add another one there. And now let's put the starfish there. Yeah, now I like it. I'll add a little bit of tacky glue. And then we can put this one down here. That tacky glue is rolling out now. It is making a mess. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Let's add in this bling, because might as well just use up what is on here. And, you know, every princess likes a little sparkle. I don't know that I'm going to use the Ariel We'll see. Alright, what else? Okay, that's the acrylic. Oh, okay, my shimmer brush that I was going to use instead of the embellishment glaze, because I don't know what that is. I just took that apart and didn't put it back. Let's just stick it under there. Okay, this one's just a clear shimmer brush. It'll just give us some sparkle for that magical under the sea effect anyway, so. And if you tap it like this, it gives you the little bitty tiny drops versus the big ones, so. I don't even know if y'all can see it, but it has lots of shimmery now, and I love it. Okay, so we're going to count that as that one. And then 9 enamel dots were sequins. Let me grab the sequins. Okay, we have these sequins. These are the ones I like to use a lot. And then I have this clear mix. Well, it says they're silver, but they have some clear ones in it. So, let's just go with that. Because this video is probably getting a little bit long. Alright. Get my pickup tool. Let's see here. 9, at least 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's do that first. And I'm just going to pull some of these out with my little pickup tool and stick them on. This has a mix of different ones in here. Some of them are silver, some of them's white, some of them's clear. So they're sticking to my fingers. Okay, that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see here what we can dig out. Here's a star. Let's put it, because why not, right? I forgot where I put my glue. Yeah, I think it's about bedtime, y'all. I just don't want to get behind on my videos. I'm trying to film a little bit ahead because I got a lot of stuff coming up in May. And May I Scrap Lift You's coming up, so I'm going to try to play along every day. So for those of y'all who said that y'all miss me posting every day, good news, hopefully in May, as long as, knock on wood, as long as nothing happens or comes up, I plan on participating every day. Oops. Oh, there it is. You know what? I just had an idea. You know what would be awesome? Did y'all see the page I did with the shaker for the Mardi Gras? this one would be an awesome shaker page to just fill it up, like sew in the page protector, and then just fill it up with like sequins to shake for the C, like something like this, like a clear mix, maybe some blue ones or whatever added in. That would be awesome. And it could still happen, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen with this one or not, but that's a great idea. I do still have one more Little Mermaid layout to do, but it's from like a different thing. It was from a ride of the Little Mermaid, and this one was the little live action show. Okay, so the last thing is a title, and I don't know exactly what I planned on doing, but I thought about taking these really small letters and then just stamping directly onto the page and make it say like part of your world or something like that. Since I have a couple different styles, and I even have this big one. I don't know if I'll use it because it's pretty big. I think I will, but I think I'm going to do it off camera and just stamp. I'm just going to literally put it on my stamp block and stamp. I'm going to make sure nothing else is on my stamp block so I'm not messing it up, because it's scary to stamp onto it. But this video is pretty long, so I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me. Check out the close-ups at the end. Oh, and I almost forgot because I'm half asleep. It's Shake It, Scrap It, Create It, so we have to shake for next week's. But let me hold this up and show you kind of close up if you can. Ooh, you see all the little shimmeries? So, alright. So let me grab the jars and we'll shake for next week's prompts. And stay tuned for afterwards to see what everyone else made. And if you want to be featured, have your layout or card or whatever you create featured on here, I have to have it by Friday at 8. So, this one's for embellishments. Woo! Okay, so that one just got thrown out of the jar, so that's the winner. Let's see what we got. Cardstock! Okay, well, that's easy. That one's easy enough. And we haven't got that one before. Alright, techniques and tools. Let's shake it up. Edge distressing. We've had that one before. But that one will be good to go with cardstock, right? Alright, then shapes, colors, and numbers. So, let's see what we get. I've been trying to use something long to get in here, and my hands are too big to fit in the jar. Mix them up good. Woo! Okay. I'm going to toss all these back in because they fell out, and then grab another one. One. The number 1. So, one photo, one embellishment, one button, whatever you want it to be. Just the number 1. Or even the title 1. It just has to be worked in. 1, edge distressing and cardstock for next week's prompts. Send them to me at the email address listed below or through my Facebook profile and private message. And until next time, bye y'all.